Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn Mathematics. This is Rekha Chabra, your maths teacher. Students, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel for the latest updates. In today's video, I will discuss two main topics, composition of functions and invertible functions. Let's understand what is the meaning of composition of functions. Let's say we have two functions f defined from a to b, function g is defined from b to c, then their composition means gof will be defined from a to c, and that's how we write it. Gof means g of fx, and this gof function is formed by the composition of functions f and g. We can understand this composition of functions with the help of this diagram as well. There was an element x. When this function f takes place, it becomes fx. And now on this fx, when this function g takes place, it becomes g of fx. And in this gof function, we can note down that value of x is coming from set A and the value of function gof will be from set C. Let's take one example. Let function f is defined from this set to this set in such a way that f of 1 is 5, f of 2 is 6, f of 3 is 7 and f of 4 is 8. If we draw a diagram, arrow diagram of this function, so it will be like that. 1 is mapped with 5, 2 with 6, 3 with 7 and 4 with 8 because they are giving these values. Now function g is defined in such a way that g of 5 is giving us 9 and g of 6 10, g of 7 11 and g of 8 is 12, and the arrow diagram will be like that. Now we have to find gof. Gof means g of fx. So basically we have to club these two sets B. So it will be like gof function, domain for this gof function will be this set and the range will be in this set. Now we have to find the gof function. It means we have to take the domain as the domain of function f. It means we have to find gof of 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here 1 is mapped with 5 but 5 is mapped with 9. So basically gof of 1 will be 9. So gof of 1 will be 9. 1 is mapped with 5, 5 is mapped with 9. 2 with 6, 6 with 10. 3 with 7, 7 with 11. 4 with 8 and 8 with 12. So gof of 1 is 9, gof of 2 is 10, 3 is 11, 4 is 12. Now let's take one more example. Function f is defined from R to R, g is also defined from R to R, fx is sin x and gx is x cube. We have to find fog and gof. Fx is sin x, fog means f of gx. It means in place of x we have to write down gx. It means sine of gx. And what is gx function? Gx is x cube. So sine of x cube. This is fog x. Now we have to find gof. So gx is x cube given and gof means g of fx. In place of x, we will write down fx now. So what is x? We will write fx there, fx whole cube. And what is fx? Fx is sin x. So sin cube x is gof x. Let's take one more example here. Example 15. Let f is defined from this set to this set. 2 is mapped with 3. F of 2 is 3. F of 3 is 4. F of 4 and f of 5 both are equal to 5. So 4 and 5 both mapped with 5. Then we have function g, which is like that. G of 3 is equal to g of 4. Both are mapped and they are giving us value 7. So 3 and 4 both are giving value 7. And then 5 and 9 both are giving value 11. So like this. Now we have to find gof. As we have just discussed, for gof function we have to take the domain as the domain of function f, first function. So it means we have to find gof of 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 2 is mapped with 3 but 3 is mapped with 7. So gof of 2 is 7. Next, gof of 3. 3 is mapped with 4 but here 4 is mapped with 7. So gof of 3 is also 7. Then 4 is mapped with 5 and 5 is mapped with 11. So gof of 4 is giving us 11. Then gof of 5. Next last element is 5. So 5 is mapped with 5 and here also 5 is mapped with 11. So gof of 5 is also 11. Next is identity function. Identity function is a function which gives the same value as input. If we input x, we will get x only as output. X goes in, x comes out. So same value comes out. Now let's take one example. Function f is defined from x to y and fx is equal to x is an identity function. Find identity function of fog and goff. If function f is defined from x to y and g is defined from y to x. So goff means g of fx. We know that for this goff function, the domain we take, the domain of function f means x, and the outcome, the codomain will be the range or codomain of function g. So x to x. If we input x, we should get x as output. So goff is equal to x. So we write goff is equal to I and this x. This is called as identity function in set x. Same way we can calculate for fog. Fog means f of gy, and same way it will be defined from y to y. If we input y, we should get y only as output. So we call it as identity function in set y. Find identity functions of set x and set y. If set x is 1, 2, 3, y is 4, 5, 6. As we have done identity relation also. So same way here also whatever we give input, the same thing we get as output. So identity functions of set x will be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, and for y set it will be 4, 4, 5, 5 and 6, 6. Now let's understand what is invertible functions. A function f which is defined from x to y is defined to be invertible if there exists a function g which is defined from y to x such that goff is equal to identity function of x and fog is equal to identity function of y. The function g is called the inverse of f and we denote it as f raised to the power minus 1. If we have these two types of functions where one function is defined from x to y and for another function domain and codomain gets swapped and goff is identity function of x and fog is identity function of y, then we call it as inverse of f. It means these two functions are inverse of each other, and that's how we denote it. Now inverse of a function. Suppose we have a function fx as 2x. So if we input 2, we get 4 back. If we input, let's suppose this is a machine, function machine. If we input as 2, the output will be 4. And in case of inverse, the opposite happens. If we input 4, then we will definitely get 2 in return. How to find the inverse? Let's say the function we have as 2x. We put function is equal to y and then find x in terms of y. Y is equal to 2x, so x is equal to y by 2, and this is only inverse of given function, and that's how we write it. F inverse y is equal to y by 2. Now one very important thing, that f of f inverse x will always give back x. That is, f of f inverse x is an identity function always. Let's check. F inverse y is equal to y by 2 we have just calculated. So f inverse x is equal to x by 2. Simply we have just replaced y with x. Now f of f inverse x. Now what is function fx? Fx is 2x. So f of f inverse x is equal to f of x by 2 because f inverse x is x by 2. So we have taken the value from here. Now treat this as function fx. Fx is equal to 2x. So f of x means this thing will be equal to 2x means this thing is equal to 2 into the thing which is written inside. Let's consider it as x, whatever is this. So 2 into x by 2, 2 and 2 cancel and x we are getting in return. Similarly, f inverse fx will also give back x. So this is also an identity function. Now let's check this as well. F inverse fx. Now what is fx? Fx is 2x and this is f inverse function. And what was inverse function? Here we calculated inverse function was x by 2. So here What is x? This 2x. So this by 2. 2 and 2 cancel, and again we are getting x in return. So thus these two functions are always identity functions. Also functions will have inverse only when it is 1 1 and onto. It means whenever the functions are invertible, we will call them as that they can have inverse. How to check if the function has inverse? We use two methods. First, if the function is 1 1 and onto, we call it as invertible, and another we check with the help of identity functions. We find g and check fog should be equal to identity function of set y, and gof should be equal to identity function in set x. And here are some steps. Checking the inverse of function f, which is defined from x to y. First of all, we have to have another function g where domain and codomain will be swapped. It will be defined from y to x. Then we have to find gof. It should be identity function of x, and fog, it should be identity function of y. So let's take one example. F is defined from n to y and the function is 2x plus 1. Here y set is equal to y belongs to natural number and y is equal to 4x plus 3 for some x belongs to natural numbers. Show that f is invertible. Now checking by 1 1 and onto method. Let's check 1 1. So for 1 1 what we do, we calculate fx1, we calculate fx2 and then we equate them. And we are getting x1 equal to x2. So it means the function is 1 1. Now let's check onto. We take the given function as equal to y. Then we calculate x in terms of y. Now, as per the definition of y belongs to natural number and y equal to 4x plus 3, and this thing which is given already in the question. So, for every y in set y, there will be some x in set x. So, this function is onto as well because x is a natural number. For every element y which belongs to set y, there is some element x which belongs to natural numbers. So this function is onto as well. So since the function is 1 1 and onto, it is invertible. Now we can check the same by using this fog and gof method. Here first of all we have to define another function where domain and codomain will be swapped. Then we have to prove gof is equal to ix and fog equal to iy. So step 1, let's take the function 2x plus 1, let it be equal to y equal to 2x plus 1, and let's calculate x in terms of y. Now gy, let it be gy. Gy is equal to y minus 1 upon 2 because we have to define another function g where domain and codomain will be swapped, where g will be now defined from y to n because what was the domain and codomain of function f? N to y. So it will be y to n. Now step 2, we have to find gof, g of fx. So what is fx? Fx is 2x plus 1. G function of this. For function g, this thing is x. So what is gx? Gx is y minus 1 upon 2. So we will consider this thing as y. So this minus 1 upon 2 and we will solve it and we are getting x in return. So this is identity function in x. Now step 3, we will check fog. F of gy. F of gy means what is gy? Gy we have just calculated y minus 1 upon 2 and this is x for function f. So this is fx. We will treat it as fx. So what is fx? fx function was 2x plus 1. So we will treat this thing as x. 2x plus 1, and when we'll open and solve it, we are getting y in return. This is iy. So since gof is equal to ix and fog equal to iy, so we can say that f is invertible and it will have inverse. Now how to find inverse? We find inverse in two scenarios. One, when f is given as set, and second, when f is given as function. When f is given as set like 1 4 2 5 3 6, in this f inverse we reverse all the elements. 1 4 will become 4 1, 2 5 5 2, 3 6 will become 6 3. So f inverse will be the set of all the swapped pairs. We will reverse all the elements. And when f is given as some function like 2x plus 1, so what we do, first of all we assume the fx equal to y, then we find y in terms of x, and this will only be the inverse of given function. So basically, here is the flow chart to understand finding inverse in two scenarios. One in the form of set, we simply swap the pairs, we simply swap their places. 1 4 4 1, 2 5 5 2, 3 6 6 3. And when it is given in the form of function, so we will assume it equal to y, then we'll find x in terms of y, and this will only be the inverse of given function. I hope you must have understood the concept of invertible functions and composition of two functions. In the next video, we will discuss few questions based on these two concepts. Thank you very much, students.